Hey guys, Rexasaur here. Wow, my voice is croaky apparently. And welcome to Update Monday on the 3rd of May 2021. It's my birth month. Ooh, no guesses when my birthday is though. How are you all doing? I myself am a roller coaster of emotions, I guess. Is that fair? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks since my last Update Monday for reasons I'm sure all of you can guess and manage. I started watching the MCUs. Yes, the MCU. Basically I watched Iron Man as a comfort movie, and then I sort of just carried on watching all the MCU movies from there, and I most recently watched Civil War, so I'm very much start of phase 3, got Doctor Strange next, which is a good movie. So, well, they're all great movies, but we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, we started our viewing of The Hobbit: Unexpected Journey, extended editions, of course, as we trek through Middle Earth. We watched The Unexpected Journey yesterday, and having had read the books quite recently on stream at twitch.tv/Lord_Rexasaur, I can tell you that the films are pretty crap. I'm gonna be honest. Like from a viewing perspective of someone, I watched a lot of movie review videos on YouTube, and not just that, but essays on how movies are filmed, created, written, how stories are written, why they're written the way that they're written, what makes a good film, what makes a bad film. And the pacing is just so off on the entire movie. Like, I don't know if it's because we watched the extended... I hadn't seen the extended edition before of any of the Hobbit films, and I don't understand it just feels like some scenes are just like wedged in. The extended edition of Lord of the Rings works really fucking well because the pacing is perfect. It makes sense where the cuts are, it makes sense where the scene changes are, it makes sense how the scenes change between each scene. Whereas here it just feels like we had a random insertion of stuff. And it was most apparent during the Rivendell scene where Bilbo speaks to Elrond, and then all of a sudden you've got... it wasn't just that. I mean, you got that. You got Bilbo speaks to Elrond, he's all happy, boo boo boo, and then all of a sudden Gandalf speaks to Elrond, and Elrond's all like, "What the fuck do you think you're doing? Thorin's a madman," and Thorin's there as well, and then poof. But no, it was also really apparent right at the beginning of the movie where you got the singing, the Far Over the Hills. I can't remember what the actual song is, but when the dwarves sing a very good song, but it was cut in such a way that it was just like you had Bilbo fainting, he's saying, yes, I'm all good, and he's like, "Oh, courage of hobbits," and then all of a sudden singing. It's like, oh, okay, random sing song after Balin and Thorin have a little moment. But it sort of, I don't know, it just felt really cut really badly. I don't know, I don't know if it's because I read the book and the book is incredible and then the film's kind of shit, so it just felt like you got a book, you got a story, say you got a story, you got, the story is represented by the entire alphabet, and then the film tries to put in an extra letter every 4 letters. What you done to the fucking alphabet, mate? You just made it gibberish. And that's what it feels like. It feels like they inserted a lot of things for no reason. Like, the Goblin Town song that they sing in the book, it makes sense and it's great because effectively the goblins sing it as they are marching the dwarves to the Goblin King, whereas here, for whatever reason, the Goblin King sings it whilst the dwarves are already at his feet. So, like, the song doesn't make sense, because the idea of the song is that the goblins are all pinching and punching and poking and all that stuff as they're moving towards the Goblin King. So it makes sense. Like, I know people don't really like the song, but I think the main reason why the people don't like the song is because it just makes no sense in the context of the movie. Anyway, So that's that. As you can see, I'm deeply offended and angry at this. In other news, there was some D&Ding that happened. We lost an NPC called Jim on our journeys, as we were basically going to a caravan, and then the caravan was assailed by goblins, and one of the caravan guards, Jim, sadly passed, and then miraculously came back as the Messiah. So we all worship Jim now, and I know that Cucumber was deeply touched by the moment and hasn't stopped talking about it since. So we're grateful that our Lord and Saviour Jim could still be with us today. In other news, there's not really much else going on. Rome Total War, or Total War Rome Remastered, which is a mod for the aforementioned Rome Total War, came out, and a lot of people are fucking hating on it, and I'm just like, why? It feels like when it comes to any game whatsoever, people set unrealistic expectations for things that just aren't going to happen. Like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like a lot of the people that I played Rome Total War with, or Total War Rome Remastered with, just assumed that this was going to be the best Total War ever created, and that everything was going to be perfect from the get-go, and that everything that is Rome Total War was that was buggy and shit in Rome Total War was going to be fixed miraculously. Funnily enough, Total War Rome Remastered is exactly the same as Rome Total War, except it's remastered, so it looks prettier and can run on Windows 10. Now, as strikingly weird as that may seem to a lot of people who have bought the game, that is kind of how a remaster works. A remaster isn't, oh, by the way, we've made absolutely every change in the book. We've somehow miraculously fixed the pathfinding to a game we couldn't fix the pathfinding to. That's why we switched the engine when it came to Empire. I don't understand. I just don't. It frustrates me greatly. My opinion of the game is that it's fucking great. I love it. It's exactly the same as I remember it, except it looks prettier. They've added merchants to it, which makes the campaign map a little bit more... well, it adds an extra layer to the campaign map, because you've got a whole different section. But it doesn't take away from anything, because it's literally just adding it on without making anything crap. What I really like about it is that it makes assassins a little bit better, just because it gives you a lot more targets to kill with the assassin, and they're quite low level and shit at defending themselves, so your assassins can get really strong much faster, whereas before it was very difficult because you had to go around killing diplomats, which were kind of good at defending themselves, and you could never find spies, and other assassins were out of reach, and then the faction leaders were out of reach. Whereas now you can just have an assassin go towards like a trading hub in the world, which if you're playing Rome is Rome, and just murderize everyone, get your levels up, and then go for faction leaders. But that's what I enjoy about the merchants there. The combat is literally exactly the same. The morale system is literally exactly the same. The pathfinding is literally exactly the same. Like, I don't know what you expected. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. One of the same frustrations are there, but that's not frustrations because the remaster's crap. It's frustrations because the game's not changed. It's literally the same as Rome Total War. If you don't want the game, well, I don't know why you even, whatever. As you can see, I'm very visibly and emotionally attached to the game, and like, I just frustrates me a lot, because it's the same with absolutely everything that's come out lately, with every game ever. Like, it's just, people just seem to just pile on over expectations on things that just were never going to happen in the first place. So yeah, whatever. So we'll see what happens when Mass Effect comes out, which comes out on the 14th of May. I'm very excited to get. Pre-ordered it. It'll be coming on the 14th. And then I'm going to play the shit out of that game until my brother interrupts me on the 15th, because, you know, what an asshole. That's a joke, calm down. And yeah, it's just like, I'm sorry if I'm looking at other screens because I've got a stream running and I'm actually interested in what's going on there. yeah, so I'm very much expecting the Mass Effect remaster to play as either the same as or slightly better than the original, but I'm not going to be like, oh, everything's going to be perfect, there's not going to be any bugs, there's not going to be any crashes. I'm going to expect that there's going to be some shaky stuff because it's a game. Like, there's no game has ever been released with no bugs, and you'd be very hard pressed to find one, unless you find something like fucking Pac-Man from the 80s or Super Mario or something like that, even though they still have game-breaking bugs in there because that's how speedruns are made. Yeah, that's basically it. Just a lot of stuff. Finally completed the Battle Pass in both Apex and in in World of Tanks, so fun. Just kind of waiting at this point for Mass Effect to come out. I'm enjoying Rome Total War, so that's what I'm playing at the moment, but way-ho. And yeah, the other things, my brother's joined us for D&D on Fridays, which is really nice. I really enjoy playing with my brother because he's just fucking hilarious. Always makes me laugh, always finds a way to make me laugh, which is nice. And yeah, it was amusing. There was a point where he was coming in as a character into an already formed party, so I gave him instructions and information that he would bring to the party to carry the story on, and then he just misremembered the information completely, so I ended up having to step in and be like, by the way, this is the information I gave you, not this other information that you somehow thought that I gave you. This is what I've given you. And he's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, so that's that. What else? Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of Apex as usual. I really enjoy that game, although I just get really shit at it after. Like, when I play a session, I get waves of being good and shit, and it just sort of wavers a lot. I just get some things where I'm doing like 1600 damage, and then like 3 games later I do like 200, and you're like, okay, I guess I peaked at my 1600 today, and I might as well stop playing. So yeah, whatever. That happens a lot in my gaming in general. Yeah, that's about it. If I've forgotten anything, I'm sure Cucumber will let me know. I've got nothing more else to say. Going to be seeing Dragon and Panda today, so that'll be nice. Be chill. Yeah, fun. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I hope that you guys have a good day, a good week. I'll see you next week, I guess. And yeah, have a fun one. Bye.